3 words for you. Treat yourself.
Probably got paid or maybe even got a little promotion and a raise. And you're like, I finally have some room, a little wiggle room in my money with my budget once again. So instead of the usual coffee at home, you start getting a latte to work now because, treat yourself. That treat turns into upgrading your closet, buying new shoes, buying new bags, getting a new car, or just updating your phone for no apparent reason other than the fact that there's a new phone that's out right now. And just like that, you have fell into what you would call the lifestyle creep. Hi, I'm Maria, and I help you look good and share useful tips to achieve your goals. And if you're ready, let's get into it today. It's actually very common for people to spend nearly exactly the percentage of the raise that they get, of the money that comes in, literally in and out.
What do we treat ourselves to?
Clothes.
Treat yourself.
Fragrances.
Treat yourself.
Massages.
Treat yourself.
Mimosas.
Treat yourself.
Fine leather goods.
Treat yourself.
When you were earning less, you probably stuck to a simpler budget, right? Rent money, less car note, an older phone maybe, coffee from home, eating in, all of those type of things. But as you start to get more money or, as your paychecks start to come in sometimes, and I'm not blaming you, I'm not here to judge you about it.
Like to thank the Academy, and I'm actually really happy with the size I got. This is from Prada's newest collection.
The things I wear that I get the most questions about by a landslide. My watches.
It just gives me joy, sparks joy. So yeah, my therapist will not agree.
It's the best day of the year. The best day of the year.
My life's so restrained. I finally got a little bit of money, or finally we just got paid. Why don't I just go out tonight? Trap I fall into. Why don't I buy new shoes? Why don't I buy a new bag? Got a little bit of a pay bump. I'm seeing a little bit of money now. I can ball up. Fine leather goods.
Treat yourself.
But is it actually really making us happier? When I got my shoes and the bags that I really wanted that were on my wish list for years and years and years, yes, it did make me happy. And I will be honest with you, when I go in there, it does make me happy still. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But you know what doesn't make me happy? The fact that I was, as I budget, right? Why did I do that? Okay, calm down. All because of this idea of, hey, I deserve it. And I want to be the first to tell you, you do deserve it. But you deserve safety, happiness, both now and in the future, if you're able to rewire some of the serotonin and the dopamine that you get from different activities. But if you're matching your increase in spending to the money that you're making now or to the exact money you got and you have literally nothing left over. And in my last video, I talked about some of the myths, right, that you may encounter as you're trying to save. Because I believe in the philosophy of paying yourself first. In my other video, like I mentioned, I really don't want you to even think about it, because if you even have a moment to think about it, most people will think about the result of the dopamine hit. They just want to get and feel good and buy the things. I've been there. I'm talking from experience, right? There are some things that are myths that I feel like to really stop that and keep you in that paycheck to paycheck cycle where you just never ever see anything ever out of any of your money. But what I really want you to do is change the way. You don't even have to put all the dopamine into effect at all, because if you already took that money out before you got anything left over, like if it was automated, I never have anything to save because it's already gone to your future self. All of this part, more savings and more things that you can pay down and less debt and less stress on your neck. And that's honestly why the middle class exists. And I say this all the time, it is an institutional thing. There is a reason why the middle class upholds the wealthy, right? They are the working class at this point. It's not even the lower class anymore. The middle class is the working class. We all know this by now, right? So if the middle class is large and vast and in poverty long enough, guess what? The wealthy make more money, more profit. It just makes sense why it's structured that way. So you don't really even know or want to think about it. It's part of the trap, in my opinion. Like, I'm not blaming you for the institutional. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the things you can control. If I learned some of these things when I was younger, it would have really changed the game when it came to the trajectory of my finances. But I am still living and learning till this day. So I'm here to share that with you, right? The whole point. Help you achieve your goals, right? What you can control is what you can control. And how can you do better for you? This is how, right? So if you pause to think like that, $5, $10, $15, if you had taken it out in the first place, you wouldn't have this problem. But let's say you didn't take it out in the first place, or let's say you do have some money left over, but instead of paying down the debts, like I just said, you are walling. You want to put that money into purses and bags like I did. Pause. Think, can this probably go towards something else? Like, can this actually make me breathe better at night? Because at the end of the day, you do have that debt in the back of your mind, just like, I'm here, right? So if you can, silence that voice, because it's like, hey, working towards it, not blowing money. All right. It really does add up, because over time investments are, and any kind of thing, anything that you put time into, investment, sacrifice, time, they're kind of interchangeable in my opinion. Like, let's say, a lot of times we talk about sacrifices or investments. Sometimes the investments outside of the money that I already say paying yourself first, right? Sometimes the investment is just sitting your butt at home and sacrificing and not going out so you don't spend money. That sometimes is a sacrifice. Sometimes I will sit my butt at home because I will not spend any money this weekend. I will not travel for these months because I want to save more these months. I will only shop within these months of the year. I last year did low spend months for some months and then obviously shop in other months. But that's something I tend to do now. Or I'll have no spend month, meaning I don't spend on any frivolous thing other than food, gas, rent, the utilities, necessities for life. I literally will not spend anything on clothes for like 3 months out of the year, right? All of these things are done so that I can have something grow over time. Those are the sacrifices, those are the investments that you make in yourself. At least that's my opinion. And a lot of people actually don't notice that their spending creeps, because like I said, it started out with the coffee, right? No big deal. $5, $10 if you really ball out with your coffee and you're doing the most, right? All right. Okay. Let's say $10 a week's not really that bad. $10 every 2-3 days because you work remote and you're a flexible schedule. Great. The bag you just bought, that's added up now. Yeah, the bag's added up. The new phone plan that you're now paying for, because I'm guessing you didn't pay it all at once, right? Added. Do you see where we're going with this? Dinner that you went last night, got a little bit lit, drank. That's added. And then you start to see it, like literally. I remember I sat down and I looked at all my spending. I was like, I'm sorry. Oh, the biggest one for me was actually eating out and ordering in. Food is the biggest one for everyone. It's like something I literally feel like I need deliverance from. Trapped in that cycle of ordering out. But guess what? We made a pact, my husband and I, right? We have to go shopping. I'd rather spend $200 on groceries for the next week and a half to 2 weeks, do my bulk shopping at once, than spend $200 a night or every other night ordering out from somewhere. And my stomach is so sensitive. I'm always having stomach. Like, why do I do this to myself? Just because I can and I deserve it. It's the I deserve it trap. Same thing as lifestyle creep. Lifestyle creep is the I deserve it trap. So when you're spending all those money on those little things that are trickling away, like I said, when I took some of those things and factors out, I was able to go on nicer vacations because, you know what? I didn't go for 3 months and now those money kind of accumulated and I can do nicer things. I have now upgraded my phone in 3 years now? We're in 2024. This is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Okay? Making sure my screen doesn't turn on. I sit in 512 gigabytes of space. I have iCloud, 2 terabytes of iCloud storage. So I knew I was gonna lock in with this phone. I knew the camera was pretty much as good as most of the cameras that will be coming out for the next 3 to 4 years. Yes, I am thinking of upgrading it now because of the fact that I really do like the fact that USB-C and the camera, and the fact that this is becoming slower and my battery is dying faster, and I do still think it's because of my upgrades and stuff, but I stuck with it. This phone is paid off. I don't have any notes on this phone. So why would I get a new one just to get a new one? It does the same thing. It's literally going to be 4 years in 2025. That's fine. Now I can actually see a difference in the upgrade. That's what I'm saying. You actually see a difference in your upgrades. You see a difference in your trips. You see a difference in your investments. You see a difference in just your stress. You're like, I know at the time it was hard to say no, and the biggest thing is just say no. Just say no, kids. To spending. Let's talk solutions though. I want you to grab a pen or open your notes app. Okay, we all have a phone. Open it. You should by now be able to list 3 things that were not part of your original budget that you not spent money on in the past 6 months. What do those look like? Which areas and categories are those monies going into? And has there been an increase in spending money eating out? Has there been an increase in fine leather goods? Has there been an increase in just travels for no reason? Has there been an increase in ordering it? Let this little thing will let you know. So now I'm going to tell you how you're going to actually manage some of those lifestyle creeps without giving up the good life, the luxurious life, the life you've always wanted for yourself. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's about living the life you want in just a manageable, affordable, best way that would actually get you to all of the goals and dreams and hopes you want to get to. You know what I mean? One is conscious spending. That list that you just made and looked at it, which one of those things do you love the most? Are you the most passionate about? Do you feel like I just can't give this up? Like, I just can't give up my coffees. Like, I will not give it up. I will not give up my shoes. I cannot give up the bags. Where are those areas that you love, right? Keep that. I want you to keep that. Keep those things. I just want you to cut back on the areas that don't give you that much joy, but you just added to your life for no reason. The ones that do give you joy, keep that. Budget for it wisely, but keep those. Those are the dopamine that we do want to hit. You do deserve those nice things. Everyone does. You do too. But keep those knowing that's the stuff I'm actually going to spend money on. And those are the things I'm actually going to put my funds towards in a responsible way. Next, create a plan for how you're either going to spend to get that, to that goal that I just said. Are you going to budget for it? Are you going to go get a new job because you really want this new bag? It's going to cost you an arm and a leg. You have to then decide what's important to you. This is where the sacrifices come from. Are you just going to say, listen, I'm not going to eat out because it costs me like $800 a month in eating out. And I realized if I just didn't eat out for a month or didn't go out for a month, I could get that bag I wanted. There you go. Substitute. Boom. You got the bag. You got the shoes. You got the trip. But if you're like, listen, I'm not willing to do none of that. I'll just go get a night job. I'll go do a job, get some perks somewhere else. I know people who've done that. I literally have friends who've got second jobs because they're like, I just need more income, period. So they went and got second jobs. If that's your path, do it. You could. All of these are, at the end of the day, are they not sacrifices? Whether you cut back on going out and become low spend and don't eat out and don't spend on frivolous things for 1 or 2, 3 months, or you get a new job. Or is it not all sacrifices? Having to say no or having to go work extra, they're all sacrifices. You just have to pick one you want to make to be able to get that cost down. I told you I go on the low spend. I don't spend any money for 2-3 months at a time, and then I do for a while, and then I cut it back again because that's what works for me. You will thank yourself later when you see those numbers growing, not just to hit the goals of the things you want to buy, dopamine, but also your investments and the other things that you have secured, right? Looking out for your future. And for the best part, I think if you see it like taking control of your lifestyle creeps, of those habits that you don't need to add, is an investment in you. I think there is just something about being able to feel like you're in control of your life a little bit. And I think a lot of times we grew up with that mentality where everything is outside yourself, and outside yourself is where all the things come from. And it gives you lack of ownership of your own things, the things that you want for yourself. An investment in you is going towards your life, towards your future, towards the things that make you happy, towards all of the things that give you that dopamine, those feel good hormones, even though happiness is something that comes from within. But those feelings of I'm actually doing something for my greater good, the accomplishment behind it, that's unmatched. You know what I mean? Unmatched. Always remember, I can enjoy this moment, but I gotta plan for it beforehand, obviously. But plan for those moments, but have the moments. Get the stuff. Just plan for it. That's all I'm saying. That's how you balance it both. So you're not, it's 0 to 100. 0 to 100 for most people is just not realistic. So let's be real with ourselves. Chopping some costs here and there, saying no to the hangout sesh for tonight, saying no to the alcohol for the night, saying no to the extra second shot because you don't really need it and you're lightweight already, so you're fine. Saying no to save that money, going during happy hour, buying from restaurants. Yeah, you want to go out, fine. Places that are cheap, you get 2-3 meals out of it. That's where you want to go. Specials to save money. That's how you make your money stretch. Your money long. Doesn't have to be something crazy. Just adjust a little bit. Think of it as adding value to your life instead of just adding stuff to your life. You know what I mean? A lot of us still live with myths around money and how to really achieve financial independence. Don't forget to check out my video on financial myths. Found this video helpful? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment to help someone else out that may be going through some of these issues themselves. And until next time, bye.